Hi, guys.
There it is.
Oh, God. It's been a minute since
It's been a minute. It's been a crazy minute. And I hear your dumbass got your cup back.
I got my cup back, and then I almost lost my cup again. But I got her back, so we're good.
The cup.
The cup.
The magical cup that you got a couple weeks ago when we went and lost it.
The magical cup, the cup that would have made my experience at Jurassic World much better, is back.
Did you get the cup, or did you have to buy another drink?
I had to buy another drink.
Gasp.
Yes. Which is so delicious. Love her.
And then you had the cup.
Then I had the cup.
Again. And then what?
Then I lost her.
You did lose her?
No.
You almost lost it.
Correct.
And then you got it back.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, my life's pretty chaotic. Don't go to the theme parks with me, guys. I'm real fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we went today and you got us all sick on poutine and stuck on Cat in the Hat.
Yes, I did.
That was fun though. I'm still sad that it didn't break down when we were doing the
I wanted to be
part.
evac'd off of it so bad.
No, you heard it. Mom doesn't like feet on the carpet.
Listen, I don't care. My mom would have been, shout out to Shan, would have been perfectly fine having me put my feet on that carpet.
That carpet was dirty.
I know, it was gross.
How's Bruce?
She's doing great.
That's good.
Yeah, she's doing real good. She's
She
drinking out of
drinking?
a water fountain. She's
Heck
doing
yeah.
great.
Her new old water fountain?
Oh, God, she's a pain in the ass.
Oh, she is her mother's daughter.
She really is, though. She's a spitting image. That's why she came out of me. Hey, how's Lucy?
She's good. My dryer, my tiny little compact mini dryer is absolutely amazing.
I love her.
However, her little, the lint filter is kind of hard to get to, and I didn't realize that I hadn't been cleaning it, and I didn't think it was going to be a problem. Nah, she was clogged.
It was a problem?
She got real clogged the other day, but I cleaned it all out, and she's doing good.
I love
she's
that for
powering
you.
on, and I love it. And my clothes feel nice and soft and wonderful, and I love
They look less dog hairy, and I love that for you.
You know what?
I've missed hanging
I
out
would
with
like
you.
to call you something, but I am a good Christian woman. That is week 2 for a Still Magnolias quote.
Shout out to
I
Shan.
think. Is that it?
Yeah, that's definitely
I'm a good Christian woman.
Hey, but anyways, welcome to episode 5 of Orlando Unplugged.
Grab a cocktail
Or a mocktail.
while we
Unplug
Orlando in living color. Hey there, guys, and welcome back to another episode. I'm so excited to talk to you guys today. For today's episode, we are going to be delving into the City Beautiful Part 2, which is something that we told you guys that we were going to be doing, and we planned for it, and now we are.
I'm so sorry, but we can't talk about City Beautiful. Instead, we have to talk about the news that just hit all of our social media, I think it even made the news, the actual newspaper. This is a big deal. This is everywhere. The internet is talking about this. We need to talk about it. So, sorry, guys.
The world is talking about it.
The world literally is talking about it. So,
what are they talking about?
They're talking about Epic.
Epic Universe.
Oh my gosh. So guys, instead of talking about City Beautiful, which I know is a very interesting episode and part 2 is coming to you next week, we decided instead that this episode is going to be a deep dive into the news, updates, all of it, all the conspiracy theories, all the speculation, and the actual facts about Epic Universe. So sit tight, hang out with us, and let's get deep diving.
Along with that does mean that we are going to postpone by 1 week our weekly session regarding our chapter follow-up on the book What Mother Won't Tell Me.
Correct.
So we will pick up on that next week with the City Beautiful Part 2. But in the meantime, we are going to discuss Epic Universe and the announcements that just came out. Now, before we jump in, I do just want to say that the information for today's episode was obtained from Universal Parks and Destinations, Wikipedia, Orlando Park Stop, and site plans. We will work to link as much as we can of this information down below in the description box, so you guys are welcome to do your own investigations and
And or speculate with us.
Yes. And without further ado, we are going to jump into the first things first, the marvels of Celestial Park. All right, guys, so we are going to jump right on into the first area of this new park that Universal has officially confirmed, Celestial Park. So this is going to be the main area of the park as soon as you come through the main gate, which, according to Molly Murphy, the president of Universal Creative, we are going to be referring to as the Kronos. Once you enter through the Kronos, you'll be in Celestial Park, which, in my opinion, is kind of like steampunk meets fairy tale meets outer space meets pure elegance.
It's beautiful. No, I agree.
Quite literally. So there's a lot of attractions in this area, which is really, really nice. So Ashley, why don't you tell us about the first one?
Oh, I'm so excited for this. So Starfall Racer is a high thrill race that's across the cosmos on Starfall Racers. It's a breathtaking dual launch coaster that's going to reach incredible speeds of up to 62 miles per hour. You're going to board a comet and a rocket to the furthest reaches of the stars at heights up to 133 feet, along with 5,000 feet of track. My, that's going to be a long, long ride.
So 133 feet tall at its highest point and 5,000 feet of track.
Yepper.
That's a pretty decent roller coaster, I think.
Absolutely. You're going to race along an inverted crisscross known as the Celestial Spin and a dazzling display of blazing colors and pretty good music. It has a minimum height required. Oh, I'm dying over here. Pardon me.
Hydrate. Minimum height requirement of 48 inches tall, I think is what you were trying to say.
It definitely was. It is going to be a high thrill attraction, so it probably will come with a couple warning signs. And then it also is going to have child swap available, which is great. And you know what I'm really excited to kind of give to everybody?
What?
A fast fact. With no external track lighting at night, the full illuminated ride vehicles will appear as comets shooting across the night sky above the Celestial Park. Oh, the night rides on that are going to be so good.
I cannot wait for those night rides.
I'm really, really excited.
So up next in Celestial Park, we have the kid-friendly Constellation Carousel, where guests can climb aboard an imaginative carousel where the cosmic energy of the universe enables the guests to ride the constellations themselves. Guest carriages include celestial lions, dragons, peacocks, and more. Each carriage will turn 360 degrees while lifting riders up to 6 feet in the air, with music and color dazzling your senses as you whirl and twirl together across the Milky Way.
Oh, I'm definitely going to ride a dragon.
I think dragon sounds fun.
Yeah.
Maybe a peacock.
Ooh.
Now, there is no minimum height requirement for this attraction. Guests under 48 inches will need to be accompanied by a supervising companion. Handheld infants are not permitted. And the epic fast fact for this attraction is the ceiling of the Constellation Carousel is a star tracker featuring a rotating celestial star pattern with a center mesmerizer creating a ribbon cone effect while you ride.
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm. And then just next to it is going to be Astronomica, which is, so it's going to be literally just off from the main walkway.
Okay.
And it's water jets that come up out of the ground.
Yeah, I saw pictures.
So people or children, they'll be able to play with the water jets as they come up. I haven't heard anything about it being like interactive or anything, more of like just a small splash pad area, but it's not a small splash pad. It's a huge area and it's gorgeous.
Oh, that's going to be so good. But you know what I'm really excited about? My favorite part of theme parks? All the food. So Atlantic is going to be their first full-service dining restaurant that got announced. It's going to across the shimmering waters of the Neptune Pool in Celestial Park. Atlantic is an undersea culinary fantasy. Inside, glass walls reminisce an enormous Victorian aquarium where starfish dwell peacefully with the serene illuminating fish that swim above you. So it's literally going to be you sitting down and everything's going to be over your head while you dine. Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's not real fish, though. I think it's from the concept art that I've seen. It's not real fish.
Leave it to Universal.
This is true.
Now, you're going to indulge in exceptional seafood and steaks, and you could potentially enjoy a cocktail at the lively Aquaria Bar. Maybe they'll even have some mocktails or two. Now, the menu details are coming soon, and as soon as I know, I'll let you know. Or should I say we? It's going to be me.
It's gonna be May. Sorry, I had to.
And then alcohol beverages will be available, obviously, with a valid ID.
Mm-hmm. Now, not too far from that, you're going to have the Nintendo Superstar store where you can get apparel, sundries, toys, souvenirs, collectibles, gifts, jewelry, the whole 9 yards of what we're used to seeing in the Universal stores shortly after you come through the main entrance of the parks. But gaming fans are definitely going to be able to find something to level up their fun at the Nintendo Superstar store in Celestial Park. So inside, there'll be toys, apparel, and other colorful keepsake souvenirs based on characters from the Super Nintendo world and more. So I'm really excited to see that. I've seen Princess Peach has been, like, her statue is in the building and everything. So, like, it'll be a nice Universal.
There's going to be tchotchkes.
Tchotchkes. Yep, you can purchase tchotchkes to take home.
Boom. Hey, can I tell them about this one too?
Oh, but I like this one.
Yeah, but I'm really excited about it. So
okay, that's fine.
Can I do it? There's also going to be another restaurant that got announced, the Blue Dragon Pan-Asian restaurant, which is another full service. And this one looks so good. It sounds so good, and I want to be the first person there. Now, you're going to take a culinary journey across Asia as the Blue Dragon Pan-Asian restaurant in Universal Epic is going to allow you to step inside a bustling courtyard where it's always evening under the glowing of the ethereal lanterns.
Ethernal.
Thank you.
I think. Ethernal?
Ethernal? Come here.
Earth.
Ethereal.
Ethernal.
Ethernal? Did I say it correctly?
Put it out.
Right there. That word.
Ethereal?
Oh, we're
what
fired.
Is ethereal?
I don't know, but Universal's going to show us when this opens.
I guess so.
You're going to enjoy authentic Pan-Asian cuisine as dazzling neon dragons chase across the walls or curl up with a cocktail at the Tiger Bar. So menu details as soon as they come, we'll let you know. And, of course, alcohol beverages for the guests with valid IDs will be served. I cannot wait. Now, wait, which one out of the two are you most excited for?
I think I'm excited for Pan Asia, but I think one of the things that I'm super excited for is the fact that Universal seems to be putting all of their full-service restaurants in Celestial Park, because as we'll discuss later, we have a lot to go on our theories and stuff as what's happening inside the lands, but all the lands seem to all be getting their own version of upscale quick-service restaurants.
I love that.
So it seems that all of our fine dining is going to be held in Celestial Park, and based off of what we have seen with their executive chefs in the past and with City Walk and other places and the menus that they're coming out with and the gluten-free foods and the this and the that, I'm really excited to see how Universal is going to do this, because based just solely on this concept art of just Pan Asia and Celestial Park that we have seen and what has been confirmed, we're turning theme parks upside down. We're shaking it up, and we're completely changing how people go and use a day-to-day theme park experience.
No, I don't disagree. But you know what? I think it's because Universal, it's creating an epic park. We're going to make a running tag here on how many times Ash is going to use that as a running joke.
Hold on. Are we ready for this? We're going to hear this in our ears, so the listeners are not going to hear this. Ethereal. Ethereal is how you say it, and the definition is extremely delicate and light in a way that seems too perfect for this world. No, I trusted you, but I needed the definition. Our one audience member helped us say it, but I needed the definition.
Thanks, buddy. You're the best.
Ethereal. I like that.
This is why
word.
we should always record in front of a live studio audience member.
Yeah. But yeah, so pretty much basically...
I don't know. I think I'm more excited, though, for the Atlantic restaurant. Because that whole vibe of, like, fish going over me.
I don't think they're real fish. If you look at the concept art, they look like sculptures.
Until Universal has me sitting down in that.
They've already confirmed this area.
Yes, but they haven't shown me that it's not real fish.
Yes, they have the concept art. It's literally statues. Look it up right now. Pull it up on the Googles, on the YouTubes, because if we're giving these people this information, it has to be correct. So
looking for a new podcast host? Anybody interested?
one of the things that just based on the concept art. So you guys can actually go to Universal's website now, and you can take a virtual tour through Celestial Park. You can see what we've got going on: Neptune's pool, all the water elements, the Kronos, the main gate. All of these things have been confirmed. And just looking at this area alone, it looks like we are getting something that Disney has yet to produce anywhere. So I'm super excited to see this. But unfortunately, this is all that Universal has confirmed. It confirmed that, and it confirmed the lands. So we know that we are getting How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk. We're getting Dark Universe. Dark Universe, yes. We're getting Dark Universe. We're getting the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic.
Going to be my favorite land.
We're getting Super Nintendo World. And Universal has officially announced the name of the in-park resort, which is the Helios Grand Resort.
Gosh, that's so beautiful.
Which we will discuss more about that as time goes on. But that is about all that Universal gave us this last week. They said, we're going to confirm the names of all these lands because you can see it in the construction photos and everything. But that's all we're going to tell you. So Ashley and I wanted to do a little more. But what did you find out, Ashley? What did you find out about the restaurant?
I mean, not much. I'm still looking. Honestly, actually, I just scrolled to the photo. I found a photo of the Dark Universe. They released the what it looks like when you first you're gonna walk into the land, and I'm really loving that archway.
The portal.
The portal, yes. That looks terrifying.
Okay, great. We'll get there in a minute. But did you find anything out about the fishies?
No, but give me a little bit. I'm working on it.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead.
Come back to me.
We're going to go ahead and move forward into the episode. So one thing I would like to say before we move forward is Ashley and I just want to preface that all the remaining content of this episode is pure speculation from sources on the internet, and it should not be taken as pure fact until Comcast NBC or Universal Destinations and Experiences makes the formal announcement. We have not interviewed people. We don't know people that work behind the scenes at Universal that can give us all this secret information. This is all stuff that has been taken directly from sources on the internet that you guys can come across with a very easy thing. And then Ashley and I are going to give our input on some of the stuff that we think may be happening as well.
Okay, I found it.
What'd you find?
They look like gold statues. However, it looks like a full-on aquarium around you when you're sitting down.
Oh, I believe.
So it looks like it's 2 levels. So you're going to walk in, and it looks like there's level 1, and then there's another level that goes up to a second part of it.
It's giant glass windows over the lake.
Look. Hang on. I'll show you.
Show me.
Look. You see these stairs? There's stairs. And those people are walking on the stairs.
That's not a second level. Yeah, that's just a platform in the restaurant.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's like Helios Grand.
You're going to eat down here. And then there's a platform to walk up to. Because this is a whole floor. Look, there's stairs on this side. It wraps around.
Maybe that's the bar.
I don't know. But I'm thinking there's going to be fish.
But hey, are you ready to go?
Really ready.
Are you ready to go to the Isle of Berk?
Oh, yeah. I really am.
All right, let's do it. All right, guys, so one of the first things that we are going to discuss in these new lands is going to be Soaring with Dragons, How to Train Your Dragon, Berk Island. So, for those of you that are not familiar, How to Train Your Dragon is an animated fantasy film that follows the story of a young Viking named Hiccup who lives in the village of Berk. Now, Berk is constantly under the attack of dragons, and Hiccup, despite being the son of the chief, is considered an outsider due to his lack of physical muscles. He ain't got no muscles. So one day, Hiccup goes and manages to shoot down a Night Fury, which is a mysterious and elusive dragon with a device that he has created. However, when he finds the injured dragon in the forest, he can't bring himself to kill it. Instead, Hiccup names the dragon Toothless and begins to form a unique bond with him. As Hiccup spends more time with Toothless, he learns about dragon behavior and discovers that they are not mindless, destructive creatures that everyone believes them to be. Hiccup uses this knowledge to help train dragons and change the perspectives on his fellow Vikings. Now, the film explores themes of friendship, acceptance, and understanding as Hiccup and Toothless work together to bridge the gap between humans and dragons, ultimately leading to a climax where the village faces a greater threat that can only be overcome through unity. How to Train Your Dragon is a heartwarming and visually stunning tale of adventure and self-discovery.
I really like those movies. They're so good.
I saw the first one. I know that. And I haven't seen anything past that, but it was, from what I can remember, it was a decent little good movie. And I think that this is a good one for Universal to expand upon. So I did a little researching, and I found some site plans online, as well as some other folks that had gone through and have been looking at permits and things. And so pretty much...
So tell me what we're getting.
So according to site plans... the portal to this land looks to be like a towering, rocks, grassy, kind of islandy. And then at the top of it, there's going to be a building that resembles the construction of the types of buildings that we see on the Isle of Berk and what we think is the symbol or logo of the Berk Island people. Once you go inside, you're going to be greeted by a large lagoon directly in front of you full of water, a couple boats, the statues that are very prominent from the movies with these like bamboo-esque looking boardwalks that go off to the left and the right of the land. And if we go off to the left, which is, I think, the direction that I have this down in, there's a play area that they're going to have. I didn't do a whole lot of research on the play area because a play area is a play area is a play area is a play area unless it's Camp Jurassic at Islands of Adventure, because then that thing is just amazing. Just past that, we're going to have a Skyfly ride, which is a ride built by Gerstlauer. Now, this is the same manufacturer that went on to build like Mystery Mine at Dollywood and Fire Chaser Express at Dollywood. They do areas, they do flat rides, and this is the one that's like, it looks like little airplane wings, and then you have the chair.
Yeah, I'm looking at a picture of it right now.
Yeah, and it's got the arm.
Yeah, it looks so weird.
So people's best guess is that this is a simulation on dragon training and how to handle your dragon. So there's a lever attached to the seat where a rider can decide whether they want to go completely upside down, spin around. You can do as many barrel rolls while soaring in a circle as you want, or as many as you can handle. Or you can be like some of our other friends who don't like upside down things, and you just never go upside down. And then to go on from that area...
We are getting a steel launch roller coaster by Intamin. Now, Intamin is the same one that has built Velocicoaster and my personal favorite, Hagrid's Magical Creature Motorbike Adventure.
There you go.
By goodness, that's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Now, which are well-known, very enjoyable family coasters. Now, with a similar concept to Flight of the Hippogriff at Islands of Adventure, many have speculated that this is the next step to your dragon training. It's to simulate flying on a dragon. Now, according to site plans and the bird's eye view pictures, this attraction will feature multiple launches, just like the one at Hagrid's. Now, most of the ride appears to take place outdoors, but plans call for a few small show buildings. It is possible that these interior sections could be for short show scenes.
Now, I saw something the other day where one of these like outdoor buildings, the track goes right through, but there's a full room off to the side. And people are thinking that maybe we're going to see a Toothless and Hiccup animatronic halfway through the ride. Oh my gosh,
can you imagine? Okay, wait. If these are the same people that did Hagrid's, that means Hagrid, we see him, a full-size Hagrid, in the Hagrid ride. Can you imagine a full-size Toothless?
So don't hate me for
like
this.
Like a Kong full-size Toothless?
Don't hate me for this.
I'm going to. I can feel it.
But I did, right before we started recording, I was looking at something and I didn't write it down. But it is believed that with this new park, Universal will be using new animatronics.
Stop.
Which are going to have more fluid-like motions, projection mapping faces. And it's a company, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a company that Universal has never used before. I hear that it's, and this may potentially just be in the Ministry of Magic attraction in the new Harry Potter land, which we'll get to later. But I have seen that is something that is potentially happening with this new park, is new companies and new technology.
Wow, that's really good. I know. I think it's great that Universal's kind of stepping outside their comfort zone, because they're making us step outside our comfort zone.
Mm-hmm. And then just past that attraction, we're going to have an interactive boat ride, which we believe is going to be built by Mack Rides. Now, this is similar to like River Battle at Dollywood or Tom and Huck's River Blast at Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri. It's a very slow, flat ride. There's no rapids. There's no hills. It's just flat ground.
It's Missouri, not Missouri.
No, it's Missouri.
Please continue.
Okay. So pretty much with this attraction, there's going to be water guns attached to the sides of the boat, and guests are either going to sit on the left or the right side facing the outsides of the boat, and they'll crank a wheel on the side of the water gun.
Yeah, I saw pictures of this. It looks insane.
And no, the pictures make it look a lot cooler than what it really is, but it's kind of, I really don't think I'm going to like this one. But you can shoot interactive targets, you can shoot guests along the walkways, even though we don't really know if that's going to be available with this particular attraction. It just depends on if Epic Universe sets it up that way. And then a lot of times you'll round the corner and then you can soak people on the other boats. So this is a good thing and a bad thing. Bad thing, if you don't like to get super soaked, just because this is a slow ride, do not go on it.
You're going to get drenched.
You get more wet than you do on Dudley Do Ride's Ripsaw Falls.
Oh, yeah.
Because people can just sit there and spray you with a water gun for 30 seconds before you're out of the firing zone, and you still have like 4 minutes left of the ride.
You know that people are going to be competitive as shit on this thing.
Yeah, well.
It's going to be aggressive.
The next area that I'm kind of
really excited
about,
though. This one I'm really looking forward to. There's going to be an indoor stage show and a meet and greet area. So now permits have shown that this is a large structure at the southernmost point of this land, and it has an indoor theater that holds nearly, 1,000 seats?
Mm-hmm.
Now, many believe this area will open with a show similar to Untrainable, which opened with Universal Studios Beijing in 2021, which, if you haven't seen photos from that, definitely go check those out, because that show is very impressive looking.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this show will feature live actors, large-scale puppetry, moving sets, and screen-based media.
And to clarify, we're saying that Untrainable in Beijing in 2021 features live actors upscale. We don't know if that is what's going to happen here, but if it's been successful in Beijing, it would just make sense that Universal would copy it here at Epic.
Maybe with those cooler, or with those people that are upgrading our all of those animatronics, maybe that's what we're getting to.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be really neat. Now, according to site plans, though, there will be a meet and greet area connected to the theater where guests will be able to meet Toothless and Hiccup, along with other characters from How to Train Your Dragon IPA. Or IPA.
IPA.
Can you tell I've been talking to my computer?
How many days is it again?
8.
45 sober?
45 days sober. Yes.
So moving on to food and shopping in this area. So just off to the side of that theater, we are going to see a small quick service restaurant. I don't have any details on that particular smaller quick service restaurant.
Pretty hush hush.
Well, I could have probably found some if I think that there's going to be like 64 seats. But I didn't focus on that a whole lot because I wanted to focus more on the Great Hall restaurant. Now, this is going to be the main centerpiece of this land, and it's the main centerpiece of the island.
Oh, it's going to be an outdoor quick service.
Yeah.
Just confirm that. It's not going to be indoor. So
we're talking about the small, the small one. Yes. Yeah. So, okay, let me clarify real quick, moving forward with all of our lands. So all of the lands will feature one large upscale quick service, which will be indoors with usually between 200 and 300 seating. And then there will be a secondary quick service restaurant, which is going to only fit like 60 people. It's going to be outside, and it's not an indoor thing.
No, I just read a thing according to Park Stop, and it says that permits say that the upscale quick service location will have 244 seats.
Okay.
How crazy is that?
You're ruining my sentence here.
Oh, my bad.
And that is actually incorrect.
No, it's not. Look, I'm reading it.
Okay. So the main centerpiece of the island, so Ashley was confusingly mixing the large scale and the small quick service restaurant. This is why it was my bullet to talk about.
I'm just going to sit here and look cute, guys. I'm real good at that.
So the main centerpiece of the island will likely recreate the popular meeting place for the residents of Berk Island, complete with a large, round, and tall dining room surrounded by large columns. According to permits, this will be an upscale quick-service location seating 224. So this is the Great Hall is from the movie. It's where they go and they have the big fire pit in the middle. So that is what that is going to look like. And I think it's going to be interesting to see how they bring that in. I know that there's been they have like gas lines and stuff run to it and everything. So this will be pretty cool.
Okay, I found it. According to Park Stop, it says the outdoor quick service permit says that it will have covered seating area with 204 seats, which will overlook the boat rides lagoon.
Have you looked at a map?
I'm looking at it. Look at.
Are you looking at the map,
Yeah,
or are you
I'm looking
reading?
at this. No, this is huge. This is a lot bigger than what you think it is. It's quite massive.
Well, I think that.
And they're going to have a candy store too.
Okay, so I'm interested to see mostly, like with the meet and greet and stuff that they're doing. Do you think that we're going to see full-size puppets of Toothless like they have in Hollywood, or are we going to see like maybe some kind of new form of technology that's never been unveiled before that makes Disney look like doo-doo?
Wow, tell us how you really feel about Disney. By God.
We'll get to that towards the end of this because
Good
I think there's a
Lord.
lot of people that have a lot of opinions on Disney right now with Epic coming
You
out.
have a lot of opinions on Disney.
I love Disney.
Now, no, but I definitely think it's going to be more realistic. I think with the idea that Epic has been in the works for how long now? They're stepping out of their comfort zone by working with new people that are creating animatronics and creating all these life scale things. So I don't think this is going to be your traditional person inside a puppet, faceless person. I think this is going to be an entire experience. I think the meet and greet will be something that people will be like, oh my gosh, I didn't meet a person inside a body. I met Toothless.
A person in a body.
Y'all know what I mean. I didn't mean somebody friends with Mickey Mouse. I met a dragon.
Yeah. And I think it is going to be interesting to see because, like I've said, it's just like with the food that we were talking about a second ago. Like, I've done research on one end, and this is what I got, and then you were able to immediately pull something up, and it's completely different. So there's a lot of different speculations and theories going on the internet right now. So again, this is mostly just what Ashley and I think's going on here, but yeah. So that kind of wraps up the Isle of Berk.
It really does.
Are we ready to move on to the next land?
My least favorite land.
My favorite. Let's go.
Okay.
So up next, we are going to be talking about one of my personal favorite lands that I'm super excited for, and that is going to be the Dark Universe. So the portal for this land is going to be made up of rocks, dead trees, vines, and the top of it looks to be like equipment similar to that of Frankenstein's lab.
It looks terrifying.
Now, this much we do know for a fact. This was confirmed by Universal, the name of the land and the portals. But everything after that is going to be
Full-on speculation.
Full-on speculation. So for this one, the land looks to be themed like a village that was terrorized by real monsters from the actual Universal catalog.
Now, this is like old school universe monsters. This is not like new HHN. So we're not getting Jack.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting like Frankenstein, Dracula, that kind of vibe, right?
Mm-hmm. This music.
I'm really digging it.
It's like climbing up to something.
You know what it is?
What's happening?
It's epic.
Oh, no, the music is actually getting louder. Like, it is legitimately actually getting louder.
Why?
I don't know. Let me fix that. Okay. Now that I've brought it back down. So yeah, the
Sorry,
area
guys,
is
technical
going to be
difficulties there.
This area is going to be themed to look like a village that was terrorized by those monsters. So we could see something similar to the villages of Frankenstein or Dracula, or this could be a whole new town where all of the monsters resided at one time in history.
That would be insane.
It'd be really cool.
It'd be terrifying.
So the area of the park is expected to be built mostly with facades to make the area feel like a real town, similar to how we see the Harry Potter lands at Universal's Islands of Adventures and and Studios.
Now, according to site plans, though, this area of the park will open as a small portion of the park, featuring 2 restaurants, a retail store, a roller coaster, an indoor attraction, and a drink stand. What did you just do to me?
I'm trying to fix our headsets because we're still having headset issues.
We really are.
That's where our issues are
Now, I think the coolest part of this, though, is the fact that the site plans show a plot of land at the back of the park that's labeled for future expansions.
Ooh, and we'll talk more about that in a few minutes.
We definitely will be. Okay, can I ask the question, though? Because I kind of want to know. Okay, as somebody who you're very big into Halloween, big into horror, big into all of those things, what was your first initial thought when they announced this?
So when they first initially announced this, my brain went to what they're doing in Las Vegas.
What are they doing in Las Vegas?
They're doing a Halloween Horror Nights thing in Las Vegas.
I forgot about that.
So that was kind of my thought process as, are they going to do a 24/7 Halloween Horror Nights?
Oh, God.
And we saw them try to do the whole jump scare thing with Skull Island.
Yes, when they did Kong. That gave it pretty negative feedback.
Yeah, guests didn't like it. No. So I definitely don't think this is Universal stab at Halloween Horror Nights. Especially now that we've taken a look into it and we've seen kind of what's happening in that area. Now, I don't think so.
Do you know what I do think, though? And this is pure speculation, so obviously I could be completely way off book here, but, once upon a time, HHN was at Islands.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking that this could potentially become HHN headquarters.
I do not think so, because the plot of land is really, really small. And even with the expansion, it's still going to be small. And you've got other IPs there, such as Nintendo World.
You do.
And this park seems to be very family driven.
Absolutely.
So maybe we will see HHN take over the North Campus altogether and move into Islands, and we'll have an HHN at both parks, and Epic Universe will stay open later in the evening to provide families with a destination that's not Halloween or horror.
Wow, that definitely could be the case. You know what else I'm thinking?
What?
Maybe this will be a nice stepping stone for those that are just dipping their toes into the Halloween world. So like people like myself who, yes, I'm 27 and have just now started watching my first Halloween movie. So I wonder if this is the same concept, that we kind of get to dip our toes in that without feeling that HHN freak out moment.
Now, I think this is true because HHN, because
so
Epic Universe has already shown a little bit of camp and humor here. So according to early site plans, we saw the large quick service restaurant, which was labeled Steakhouse. And I mean, like, it's spelled like steak through the heart, not a piece of steak.
I think that's so creative. Way to go, Universal.
I know, I like that.
Proud of you guys.
It's from what I've seen, the permits that I have seen, it was for 362 seats. And like I said, it's expected to be an upscale quick service restaurant with the whole order at the counter, sit down at the table, have your food delivered to you like they do at the Leaky Cauldron.
Yeah, so I wonder if they'll also have a new updated mobile dining system with that too.
I'm sure they will.
That'd be nice.
So the space, from what I've been able to tell, is going to be like very Van Helsing, very ready to fight, with weapons and supplies filling the empty spaces. So it's going to feel very tight and comfortable. Not tight and comfortable. It's going to feel very tight and full like it is at... what is that place? The Three Broomsticks.
Yeah.
So there's definitely going to be theming there. It's going to look really cool. So I'm excited to see what that is.
Now, another quick service area on the other side of the land featured about 64 seats, and the plans show a possible windmill from the original Frankenstein film on the outside. Now, this area is also expected to contain a bar, which I think will be pretty cool. Oh my gosh, can you imagine the themed cocktails that could come out of this?
Oh, that would be really cool.
Ooh, fingers crossed they have mocktails. Now, this area the interior is filled with gears and mechanical pieces that overhead, which may move in this time with the windmill fan outside, if it moves at all.
I think it would be really neat if it does.
Oh gosh, I really hope so. Now, this area may feature a meet and greet of Universal monsters, but likely no jump scares like HHN, as many have speculated, but once again, only time will tell.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I really hope that's not the case. Like, because this park seems to be very, very family-oriented, I would hate to see a bunch of little kids who have never heard of Frankenstein and never heard of Dracula walk into this place and then immediately be frightened just like that.
I'm sure it's going to happen, but guess what? There's 4 other lands they can go to, in my opinion.
I mean, but at the same time,
everything doesn't have to be PC for children at all times. There are 3 other parks. There's Disney. I think that it'll be fine.
You and this hatred for the crotch goblins.
I don't. Yeah. We won't get into that today. Now this brings us to what's going to be probably the main attraction that people are talking about. So it's going to be in the far back of the land. There's a really large building that a lot of people on the internet have called the Old Manor. I've not been able to confirm if Old Manor is what this is going to be called officially or not. And it has, many people have speculated that it has gotten its inspiration from another very famous piece of architecture somewhere else in the world. Now, a lot of people are speculating this to be the land's main ride, which is completely indoors. So according to permits, the attraction is going to be a Kuka Arm style dark ride, which is the exact same as Forbidden Journey, which I personally enjoy that attraction, but I hate the motion sickness that I get from those 3D screens. However, now the ride vehicles on the permits and plans show a much broader viewing range than Forbidden Journeys, with the seats looking like something out of Dr. Frankenstein's invention instead of this flying bench. So you're not going to have the bench, you know how it closes over the top of your head and you can't see anything?
Yeah, it very much feels like I'm enclosed in it.
Well, the reason they do that is for when you go into those projection bulbs, the round spheres, and you're watching that video, it's so you can't see out the sides of the screen.
Do you know what I did feel, though, today that was pretty nice? That helped me to not want to vomit on that? Did you feel the fan above your head?
So for the record, we were at the park today and we rode that ride. Yes, I did feel the fan above my head.
That was nice.
So I'm thinking that this means that we are not going to be in isolated screen moments, which is good because that's what a lot of people complain about, getting motion sickness. And that's what got Gavin today, was the fact that we were in those isolated screens and it jostles you around in there. So this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that we're going to see a lot more physical sets, maybe some animatronics. And the thing that I thought is the absolute coolest thing that I've seen so far, the loading station for this ride is going to feature a circular load platform instead of a straight line.
Wow.
And from what I've gathered in research is this means that if it gets to the end of the circle platform and it's ready to go out onto the track, if it's not been cleared for takeoff, it's not gotten the all clear from the ride operator, it will just continue to circle around in the station again. And it will not go out onto the ride. So the ride operator will be able to get guests in wheelchairs, guests with limited mobility. They'll be able to work on that. Or let's say maybe someone gets sick on that particular ride vehicle.
Or even scared and doesn't know if they want to ride the ride, like little kids before they get on that.
Yeah, it won't leave the station. It'll able to go in, and then the cars behind it will just slow down a little, so it stays in the rotation, and then the next empty car comes in behind it. So I think that could be a total game changer, because I know with Forbidden Journey, they have the issue of if you're not loaded in time and the ride operator hasn't cleared that ride vehicle, it'll shut down the entire ride because it's all just one giant conveyor belt system.
I'm really excited for that. But you know what I'm also really excited for? That the plans changed. Because in the early plans, they showed a theater that was placed across from the manor with some concept art that still was floating around the internet around us showed this. Now, however, in 2022?
I got
plugged out.
Oh, technical difficulties. She unplugged her headset. She's struggling. She's trying to read her computer and keep her mouth next to the microphone at the same time.
My computer's on my left-hand side. It's on the left, and my mic was straight at me. So we're just going to quick movement, quick adjustment.
Yeah, if you're just joining this podcast today because we're talking about Epic Universe, you guys are joining a madhouse of mess.
Oh, gosh. It's the worst. Please don't judge us too harshly, okay? And come back for next week's. Now, however, in 2022, those plans were replaced by a roller coaster layout. Now, both are speculated to revolve around Wolfman. Now, this is expected to be a family spinning roller coaster from Mack Rides, and it's not expected to go upside down. So as the theater was removed and the coaster plans were put in, the Drake stand was also moved to another area in the land, and the central quote-unquote park area was removed.
Now, I think that this was really kind of a bummer for me.
Why?
Because I knew we weren't going to get back Beetlejuice's Graveyard Review. but I was hoping that we would see some form of live stage show. And if you look in the concept art, this was not just a theater. This was like a stadium theater. Like, it looked huge.
Do you know what kills me though?
What?
Is Universal has 2 theaters, and they sit dormant. The only time they are used is when they're playing next door to my house and during HHN, or no, the other one over at Islands is never not used. The one over there between Comic World and Marvel Land.
Oh yeah, that
They
big
have
theater.
2,
I think
and they have the other one over there by Hagrid's.
But those are such awkward spaces for them to do things with, I think, because one's between Men in Black and Harry Potter. What show are you going to fit there? It used to be Fear Factor Live, but Fear Factor's not a TV show anymore. So they're not doing that. And then
I don't know.
the other one, like, what do you do between Toon Lagoon and Marvel?
There?
I have no clue. I don't know if that was just a concert arena or something, but
Because where the Fear Factor building was, that was Bill and Ted's.
from my understanding, they still have stuff in there occasionally, like school choir stuff and things. I don't think anything's happened in there since COVID.
I don't know.
But up until COVID, I'm pretty sure they were having like clogging competitions and like just these random one-off events, like how Disney has the children, the shout choirs that come out and sing. I think it was kind of the same concept.
I don't know. I need them to put something in those things, or break it down and put a ride there.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
What a concept. But I think that's really great because the plans showed a load building and a section of the attraction called Scene 2, which is about halfway through the ride layout.
And to preface, this is going back to that spinning coaster that we've seen.
My bad.
Installed.
Sorry, guys.
Now this is what I am super excited for.
All right, tell me.
And I got a good funny joke and a funny story about this.
Ooh, can't wait.
So
to hear
at the very back of this land is 3.34 acres that has been listed as expansion phase 2. Now the internet has rumored that this is to be a boat ride based around Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Stop it. Are you going down the same path I'm thinking?
Well, some people believe that this ride was delayed while ride technology was being perfected. So I think
Stop it.
that we may see a Jaws 2.0.
Get out of here.
And that would make sense because nothing opened on Jaws when it opened. Which leads me to segue into a funny quick story. When I was writing this earlier and I wrote Jaws 2.0 and then I wrote, because when Jaws opened, nothing worked. I was like, wait a minute. Oh my God, why didn't they make that joke in Jurassic Park when they did the movie? Because John Hammond makes the joke that when Disney opened, nothing worked. And then it hit me. Jurassic Park is a Universal Pictures film, so it was a jab at Disney in a movie.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even put 2 and 2 together.
No, I literally laughed for 5 minutes today when I found that. Yesterday.
So do we think that's what's going to happen here?
I don't know. I really hope so, but I don't know.
As much as I would really like a Creature from the Black Lagoon, like I think that'd be kind of spooky, kind of ooky. I think that'd be neat. I really would just like to see Jaws 2.0. Like, just give me that.
Now, this land, I think, has been one of the lands that have changed the most.
So many times.
In its time. Now, in the early times, they called it Dark Universe before it changed to Monsters. And I think the idea
No, I think it was Monsters, and now it's Dark Universe.
Is it Monsters and Dark Universe?
Okay, it's Dark Universe now.
I think that this was an idea basing a land on the Feld cinematic universe seemed to be let go. Yeah. So instead, this area has been more designed on a new take of the classic films that pretty much saved Universal in the 1930s through the 1950s, which a lot of people don't realize is these classic monster movies literally saved Universal Pictures from financial disaster. Yeah, so I think that this land could be Universal's love letter to these important characters, and that Epic Universe will soon be the only place in the world where you can walk into their world, a world where monsters are real.
Wow. And hopefully not jump out and eat you. But hey, can we talk about my favorite land now?
Let's go. Are you ready to travel?
Oh,
back through the portal we go.
Woo! I'm so excited because this is something that I have been wanting for quite a while now, and all Harry Potter fans will probably agree with me. We are getting the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic. I cannot wait.
And it is well overdue because let me tell you, I've been hearing whispers of a Ministry of Magic attraction.
Yes.
For probably since before the pandemic, since before Epic was announced, because the rumor was that it was going to go where the Fear Factor live stage is.
Correct.
And I think that Halloween Horror Nights was like, no.
Absolutely not.
Because we needed that space.
I mean, I really wish it would have. Maybe I would have gotten sleep during a HHN time. Now, however, you are going to enter the enchanted realm of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, which marks the third installment of this franchise, which has been widely noted as the IP that brought life back into the park.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is the third Harry Potter park, which is super exciting because
it's in a third park.
In a third park, yes.
You go to 3 of their 4 parks and you get Harry Potter.
How crazy is that going to be?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're going to enter into the portal with a large column of the Elder Wand as it's pointed into the sky. Now, you're going to immediately walk through Port Saint Denis Arch.
Port Saint Denis Arch.
Saint Denis Arch.
I'm pretty sure is how you say that.
Now, I cannot wait for that. That is going to be so, I'm going to do it again, epic to see. And
one of the things that I think is wild about it is if you look at the pictures of the construction updates that we're finding online, it is so tight in there. That's one thing I don't understand is they keep building all of these Harry Potter places so tight and skinny. And they always seem to be the most popular areas of the park.
It's
now,
going to be.
One thing I do want to say about this before we move further is this was the absolute hardest land for me to find anything on. Universal has been more tight-lipped about the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic than they have been about any project that I have ever looked at or done research on.
Well, I think because they don't want to screw this up and they don't want to put in too many details because they know that the Harry Potter community will come after them if they don't do it correctly.
Yeah. Now, most recently, we finally got to see permits and project maps of this. Now, I have heard speculating different arguments here.
We have.
Some people have said that the area will be surrounded around the Fantastic Beast and where to find them, and that was a very popular theory until Universal last week officially announced that it is called
Ministry of Magic.
It's called the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic. Now, I have seen a lot of things stating that Fantastic Beast and where to find them will also be represented, and there will also be tons of Easter eggs.
I can't wait.
Because what that takes place in the 20s originally, and Harry Potter takes place in the 80s and 90s, I think.
So Fantastic Beasts is the prequel to Harry Potter. So Fantastic Beasts come first, Harry Potter comes second. So now you're going to explore the Ministry of Magic and its magical offerings as it has 5 retail locations, 2 restrooms, a theater that sits about 642 people, a very impressive, very exciting, I'm ready to see it, dark ride, and an area for future expansion. So who knows, maybe we'll get a big old focus there for Fantastic Beasts and where to find them.
Yeah. Now, I think one of the things that's going to be neat about this area is there's been a lot of speculation on what's going to happen. So like I said, there's going to be tons of those Easter eggs from both of the franchises. And when you walk into this place, you're supposed to be walking into, from what I've understood, is the 1920s Paris.
Yes.
Or it could potentially be a modern day Paris. We know it's going to be Paris, but we're not 100% sure on the time period.
And we should probably preference why it's going to be Paris, because in the movies, the Ministry of Magic is located in Paris. So it's
there's different ministries.
Correct, but the
head one
correct
is London.
Yes, in Paris.
And so we're going in through Paris, and we're going to travel. So I think this part, I feel very confident that this is correct because I've been hearing this for a long time.
Hi, Rob.
So when you start to get in line for the attraction, you're going to travel by Floo Powder.
Oh, cannot wait for that.
And you're just going to make sure you say the correct name because you don't want to end up in Diagonally.
Definitely going to say Diagonally.
And you travel by Floo Powder to the London portion of the Ministry of Magic, and that's where we're going to see the Ministry of Magic that we came to know towards the end of the film with the giant statue and a huge area, and it's all black and with all that white stuff, or all the white trim and everything on it. And that is where you're going to be getting on to the main attraction.
I cannot wait to see that. I want to see how we're going to get Floo Powder. I want to know how that's going to work. I cannot wait. I want to know if it's going to be a moment where, like, if we screw it up, is that also going to be put in the ride? Like, could there be a moment that, like, we say something wrong and we go somewhere else? Could that be added into the ride somehow?
I doubt that, but that's really cool though.
Is going so far.
Now, there's been a lot of speculation for some time with people thinking that this attraction, when Epic was first announced, there was a patent put in on this new form of elevator technology attraction, and a lot of people think that this is what that ride could be.
Yeah.
However, recent permits and more rumors that have been seen on the internet is that it's believed that this ride will feature the same motion-based 3D dark ride technology from, I want to call it Moog Incorporated.
I think so.
But this is the same company that did Transformers and Spider-Man.
Yes.
And more recently, the Jurassic World attraction in Beijing.
Yes.
So I'm interested to see what we get.
So
maybe
good.
that elevator technology will be a part of the queue system.
Oh my gosh.
And then the ride itself. So I don't know.
Would be something different. But you know what I'm really excited for is the storyline of this.
Oh, do you want to tell them about? So I found one fan theory online. I don't know if it's true, but it sounds epic.
Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? All right. So the story that we found is that the ride is still unknown. However, they're claiming they think that this is going to be the returning to the ministry to witness the prosecution of Dolores Umbridge. When things go crazy, we are going to be potentially led into a battle at the Ministry of Magic.
Yeah,
so it's going to be that scene from the movie.
One of the things that I read online was that Harry, Ron, and Hermione.
And they're all coming back,
this
too.
Have we confirmed this? Do we know? Okay. So I'm sure they had to be like, guys, if you come back and do this one last ride for us, we'll never call you again. Because I don't think Hermione, Emma Watson or Daniel Radcliffe have both openly said they don't want to do anything Harry Potter anymore.
The only one I think that said that they would come back is oh God, the entire Harry Potter world is going to come after me. But Ron said he was coming back.
Rupert Grant.
And
any of the others come
Malfoy.
back.
Oh God,
how did I just forget his name in real life? I love him. Anywho,
I'm gonna look it up.
Look it up. Tom Felton. Tom Felton.
Thank you, audience member. We appreciate you.
So
no, I think the two of them were the ones that first announced that if anything was coming back for Harry Potter, that they would be a part of it. 100%. Let's do it, because both of them were at the opening of Hagrid's when that happened. Mm-hmm. So I was very, very excited to see that. The other two decided, Emma and Daniel decided to join.
Who plays Neville Longbottom? What's his name in real life? Because I just forgot it. But you know he's in Orlando this weekend?
He is.
Yeah, he's at MegaCon.
MegaCon, yeah.
And so is Draco's father.
Matthew Lewis,
yeah. So evidently, if this rumor is true, then that means in the Harry Potter timeline, that this ride takes place in and around the Cursed Child.
Correct. So it would be
a sequel.
Forbidden Journey comes first, and then we're gonna pop over to I'm drawing a complete blank. Studios.
Diagon Alley?
Thank you. No. We'd go to Gringotts. Help with the bank situation, and then we pop over to Epic.
Well, we pop back over because Hagrid's really fits anywhere.
Yeah, you can put. Well,
actually,
Hagrid's has to fit in the school.
Hagrid's fits in the school because that's when he's the magical creatures teacher.
Correct. So you'd have Forbidden Journey, Hagrid's, then Gringotts,
and then you would have this attraction, which
Epic
comes
attraction.
All the way afterwards.
Yeah.
So. Connected to that same building is going to be that live stage show area that seats about 650. We have literally no information regarding that show, what it could be, what's going on in there.
I can't wait.
And there's no telling what this potential expansion space could be because outside of it, there is a very large area of space that is available.
It's so massive.
And if you look at the concept art, it looks like they could build a whole new land because it looks like it goes all the way up to Celestial Park. Because the only thing, so it's Harry Potter land, trees, or well, not really trees because it's the field, and that bumps up against Starfall Racers.
Yes, Starfall Racers.
So there's a lot of land there potentially that can be done. Lots of things that can happen. But I'm excited to see this. I'm excited to see what they come out with. The Wizarding Worlds at the other two parks have been absolutely fantastic. I think that there's no telling, especially seeing Celestial Park and seeing what Universal has announced so far, that I think that we will see the biggest, the best, and the most technologically advanced Harry Potter universe that we have seen to date at a Universal Park.
I cannot wait. I'm beyond excited for it. Like, I'm ready.
Do you know what I'm also ready for?
Oh, no. Here we go.
Are you ready to go into Super Nintendo World?
I'm nervous, but yeah, let's go.
All right. I found some good music for this one.
Woo!
This music just made me so happy.
So strange.
This feels right out. Let me tell you, this right here, this is Mario music. Like, this is the 80s, 90s video game music right here, and I love it.
It's kind of giving me Mario Kart music.
No, this is the best I could find.
I like it.
So the next thing that we're going to be talking about, I think we owe a lot of thanks to. While I know
100%.
that for me and you both, like, Mario is not the world, it's not our absolute favorite thing.
No.
But without Super Mario, talking to your microphone, without Super Mario.
That was such an aggressive no. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't think it's my favorite, but I'm excited to see what they're going to do to this because I think we owe this park.
Yeah. So what Ashley and I were talking about before we got started in our research is Super Nintendo World is probably the most highly anticipated addition to the Universal genre worldwide.
Yeah.
And I think that without Super Nintendo World, I don't think we would have Epic Universe.
No, I don't disagree with you. I completely agree.
There you
completely agree. Words tonight, guys.
So Super Nintendo World and Epic Universe will share most similarities with the land from Universal Studios Japan and the other Super Nintendo World location in Hollywood and Singapore. I'm excited for this one. I think this one has the most amount of attractions compared to all the others.
Well, I think it's because this one's a little bit bigger than the other one.
I think from what I read, yeah, this is going to be the largest Super Nintendo World of all of them.
Well, and it also seems to be the largest at Epic too, because it seems to be kind of like this is the main.
No, I think actually How to Train Your Dragon.
I
think Super Nintendo World is actually one of the more smaller ones, but that's because it's built on 2 levels.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
Because if you look at the map right now, you have Monsters, which is currently the smallest.
Yep.
And then I think it goes...
I think it's Harry
Super
Potter.
Nintendo World is the second smallest. Harry Potter is slightly bigger and it has plans to grow even larger.
Correct.
And then Celestial Park is the largest, but that's because it literally goes from the front entrance all the way to the back of the property to Helios Grand. Helios Grand? Grand Helios.
Grand Helios. Cannot wait to talk about that.
So this area features when you first come in. So you're gonna go into the pipe.
You go
the portal.
through like you are part of the video game.
And for this one, when you go into the portal, you're going to be taken up escalators. So you're entering Super Nintendo World on the 2nd floor.
It's kind of like if anybody's ever been to Universal Hollywood, a similar concept. So you would go down into the park, like the where Mummy and Jurassic World and all of those kind of concept is, and then a similar concept we're going back up to Harry Potter Land.
Yeah, but those are long bridges.
No, they're escalators, full on escalators.
Yeah, but okay. I haven't been there, so I have no thing. But we're going to see when you enter into the land, retail and interactive areas. There's going to be 1 to 2 restaurants, a Yoshi ride, the Mario Kart Dark ride,
Looking forward to that.
and the Donkey Kong Mini Land and coaster, which I am actually looking forward to the most. So this area, like we said,
looking forward to that over Mario Kart?
Yeah.
Really?
I love Donkey Kong. And that's new. We'll get into this roller coaster in a minute. And you'll understand why I'm so excited. So this place built without limited space like Japan and Hollywood. So this park is going to feature more open walkways and room to breathe. And I think everyone's most excited about that there's going to be more space to move.
Yes, that'll be
It's not going to feel like it when this park opens because the whole world is going to ascend on South Campus and we're going to be all over Epic. And it's going to be epic. But I think that's an exciting thing.
Oh, I just hit my mic. I don't think it'll be near as congested as like Harry Potter Land. So I think that'll be pretty nice. We'll be able to like.
I don't know. I think I might have to disagree on that one.
Really?
I think it's going to be packed.
No. I think once it calms down.
I don't know. We'll see. So this area will also, like I said, it's going to have that portal. And then some of the attractions will differ from that of Japan. So in Japan, the main attraction is Mario Kart Koopa's Challenge, which the Koopas are Bowser's like little minions.
Oh, they're so cute.
And here in Orlando, the attraction has been known as Bowser's Challenge.
Yes.
And I think it's Bowser's Challenge in California as well.
I think so.
And then instead of, I'm probably going to butcher this, Kanopo's Cafe, our main dining location, according to what we've seen in permits, is going to be Toadstool Cafe.
Can't wait for that. We can actually pronounce that one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you're going to explore Nintendo's themed rides and attractions with the Toadstool Cafe. Will have about 344 seats, according to the permits. Now, the menu is expected to be similar to that of Hollywood's, with what I think is my personal favorite on that menu would be the Toadstool Cheesy Garlic Knots, a super mushroom soup, and the Piranha Plant Caprese. It literally looks so good.
Mm-hmm. And
go look at photos.
Go look at the photos.
I'll post them. They look so good.
And then some of the other stuff on the menu that we've seen have been the Mario Bacon Cheeseburger, the Luigi Pesto Chicken Burger, and more items. Now, we don't actually know for a fact if we're going to get that, but
that's the same. Well, because they're telling us it's going to be the same menu or similar to a menu that's in Hollywood, and those are the menu options that Hollywood.
Well, I don't think Universal has officially said it's going to be similar menu items.
No, I think we're all just speculating that it's going to be similar. I hope we get like some sort of peach dessert though. There's
a Princess Peach dessert
in Hollywood. I know, but I want us to get one.
I'm sure we will.
Us.
She gets her own castle. Of course, she gets one.
She better get a whole lot of things.
Now we're also going to see like the pit stop popcorn near the Mario go-kart ride on the second level.
I wonder if we're going to have different flavoring for popcorns.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
That'd be cute. And Yoshi Snack, which Yoshi Snack Island, which is on the lower level near the Yoshi ride. Now, it's unknown if the names of this will be the same or not, but it's definitely something I think that we're all kind of speculating it should be similar to.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the thing that I'm looking forward to the most is the Bowser's Challenge. Now, it's expected to be the same ride within all versions of Nintendo World, where it combines physical sets, projection mapping elements, argumentative reality that the only park we know of uses this.
Argumentative reality? Augmented reality. Argumentative reality.
You know what it is? My computer screen has a crack in it, so that you look like an R.
Mm-hmm.
Reality of the only park we know of that uses this technology. Now, Family Omnimover?
Yeah, just like the rides at Disney, like Haunted Mansion. Those are Omnimover attractions.
Oh, yeah, they really are, aren't they? Now, Yoshi's Adventure is expected to remain nearly identical to its Japan counter, where it will take guests on a scenic tour over the Mushroom Kingdom, but it's interactive. So you can press colorful egg buttons at the correct time to win and complete tasks for Captain Toad.
And if you look in the overview photos for this, you can actually see these ride vehicles. So this is a fully half indoor, half outdoor Omnimover attraction, which I don't think I've ever seen an Omnimover attraction also be outside. So this should be interesting. Now, the attraction that I'm most excited for is going to be Minecart Madness Donkey Kong Coaster. So this is an attraction that'll be an indoor-outdoor coaster, and it features new technology that Universal patented called the Boom Coaster.
I wonder what that's going to be.
Have you not seen it?
No.
Oh, I'm gonna have to show you this. There's actually video. If you get on Twitter, there's a video of this attraction testing in this like random middle of nowhere farm where they built a mini one. Now, the design for this has 4 riders in a minecart with 2 rows of 2 people in each. Now, the cart appears to run along a regular track directly in front of you, so you actually see the track in front of you, and you're riding on it.
Okay.
And then you round the corner, and suddenly the track is all mangled and ripped up and fallen apart, and then we are going to jump that track. We're going to jump over water or whatever, and that's because in reality, we are gliding along this fake track with a boom arm coming off the side of the minecart and dropping below that fake track, and there is an actual hidden sideways track underneath that. So this allows the minecart to appear like it's jumping over gaps and tracks just like it actually does in the video game. So you're not going to see the track, you're not going to see that boom arm, but you're going to see this fake Donkey Kong track in front of you, and then boom. It's the
Stop
coolest
it.
thing ever. So for more information,
Okay, maybe I might be a little bit more excited for this one.
yeah. So for more information on this, there's like a scene where it shoots you out of the can. You know the barrel where it shoots you out.
Yeah.
It's supposed to do that in this ride.
Stop! That's gonna be so neat.
So for more information on this specifically, you guys can head over to OrlandoParkStop.com. We'll be sure to try to drop a link below. So I think I said I wasn't like the world's biggest fan of this. However, I grew up on Mario Kart. Like Nintendo 64 was in my household because that's how old I am. PlayStation
Ancient.
was not a thing for a while. And so I'm kind of excited for that. I'm looking forward to it, but
I didn't play Mario Kart until my family got a Wii.
the
Because I did
second
not have a
generation.
Nintendo 64.
Yeah, well.
It's my generation. But you know what I'm really excited to talk about? All the resorts.
Yeah, let's do that for a minute.
Yeah, let's do that.
So,
No intro music?
cue beautiful intro music. I don't know what to play for this.
We should just sing something.
La 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 la
Bum,
la.
bum, ba, 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 ba. Why did that go to Christmas music? I hate us.
I don't know. So,
Oh, God,
all
we're
right,
the
guys.
worst.
So, as a part of this epic universe and what a lot of people are now calling the South Campus to Universal Studios, we are seeing 3 new resorts coming online. So, the first 2 resorts that we learned about several months ago and are opening in February of 2025, February 5th of
25th.
February 25th of 2025. That's a lot of fives.
Numbers are
will
hard.
be the Stella Nova and Terra Luna resorts. Now, both of these resorts are going to be pretty much in the same ballpark range as the Endless Summer Dockside and Surfside resorts and or Cabana Bay, which I think Cabana Bay is just a little bit higher than those.
I'm really liking that. For me, my family always kind of struggled with where we were going to stay for resorts. And we always ended up staying like off property. We'd rarely stay on a property resort. So I think it's kind of neat that they are kind of going that different economic structure. So that way
The more value resort.
But you still get to feel like you are part of everything because it doesn't look like a value.
Yeah.
So I like that. I'm a
Yeah.
big fan of that. So way
So-
to go, Universal. Proud of you guys.
Congratulations. Now, these resorts are also it's in partnership with Lowe's Hotels & Co., which is the company that has been managing all of the Universal resorts
Every
since
single
the
one of them.
90s.
Except for Hard Rock, I think. Hard
No,
Rock
they
is-
still manage it.
Do they really?
From my understanding, Hard Rock Cafe is actually a 3-way partnership between Universal Parks and Experiences and Destinations, Lowe's Hotel & Co., and Hard Rock itself. And that was the second resort. That turned 25 this week.
Love that throuple.
So congratulations. But anyways, so back to Stella Nova and Terra Luna. So they're opening before the parks plan to open. There are going to be 750 rooms in each of the resorts.
That's going to be huge.
And from what I've gathered so far, there's only going to be one room design, whereas Endless Summer features family suites.
Yes.
And who knows, we may see family suites come online later in the year. But I know they're currently renting out these hotel rooms now.
Yeah,
And
you can book your stay.
I don't see why they would be renting out a standard room and not renting out the family suites.
That would make sense. Hey, do you know how many rooms Dockside and Surfside have?
So Surfside Inn and Suites, I believe, has about 700 rooms.
Okay.
And Dockside is the second largest resort on campus next to Cabana Bay. I believe Dockside has about or around 1,200.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to see where it would fall. Like the 750 would fall in between all of those.
Yeah, both of these and the other resort that we're going to talk about in a minute, they're relatively smaller.
Okay.
But I think them being relatively smaller makes them fall more in line with Portofino and Endless Summers. And
it's going to be a little bit like small. I wouldn't say small scale, but like cozier, homier feeling rather than 700 different rooms or 7,000 different rooms.
Now, I have recently also looked online, and it appears, I don't know if Universal owns the property around Epic Universe, but I have seen probably about 100 additional acres of land broken up in that area that I've seen labeled as additional resorts for future expansion. So we may see, and I've also actually saw a map that actually has South City Walk.
Oh, wow.
outside Epic. So I don't know if any of that is going to be true or not. I've not heard anything on it.
What speculation? We're going to have another city walk.
I think that it would be neat to have another place. So if you're staying at South Campus, you don't have to board a bus to go over to the North Campus just to have dinner or something.
I really love the fact that we're calling it North and South Campus. Like, I really think that's neat.
I don't think that's a thing. It's just something I've created.
Listen, I think we should make it stick. We're going to college at Universal.
Yeah.
Now, each of these rooms are going to have 2 queen beds, 2 compartments, so 3 fixture bathrooms. They're going to have a shower or tub or a combo of each if you need it. They're going to have one 55-inch flat screen TV with HD channels and on-demand in-room movies, and obviously fees will apply. So I'm sure we're going to see a lot of Peacock push here.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also going to be a coffee maker, a mini fridge, an in-room safe, iron and ironing board, hair dryer, wireless internet, a telephone and voicemail. There's also going to be pack and plays upon request, and unfortunately, there will not be any rollaway beds.
Yeah, so these these resort rooms are going to be pretty on par with what you've seen with Universal Resorts. They're going to be about 315 square foot. Like we said, we only have so far the one standard room design. However, Universal's been pretty prominent when it comes to even the standard rooms have 2 prices. You have a standard view standard room, and then you have a pool room or a premium view, like a garden view or something.
What would be the view for this?
See, that's what I'm wondering because I have no clue what it would be because I don't think the backsides of them par up to the theme park.
No. The only one that actually would get a view would be Grand Helios. We'll get to that.
Yeah. So I don't know. Now, the expected amenities at this area are expected to be the same as the endless summer resorts. So you're going to have a 3-meal quick service restaurant. So it's probably going to be that food court style setup where they serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. A coffee bar and grab and go, according to the Lowe's site, but they haven't confirmed whether or not this will be a Starbucks.
I would highly doubt it would be anything different, seeing as how Universal does have that contract with Starbucks, and Starbucks is in every single Lowe's resort.
I don't think it's a contract with Starbucks. It's because all of the Starbucks on Universal campuses are franchise. They're owned by. It's the same thing like when you go to a grocery store and there's a Starbucks in the grocery store. That Starbucks is a franchise store owned by that store.
So I wonder if because Starbucks they own that franchise that are in every single hotel. I wonder if it would shock me that they wouldn't.
I mean, it makes sense unless they're wanting to go with a spaced theme. So in case you can't tell, these are named after space. So Stella Nova, Terra Luna, those are space themed things. So my only thought is maybe they want to go in a space themed thing and do their own kind of coffee bar, but maybe. I don't know. The other thing that they're going to be getting is a pool bar and grill. Now this is where they differ from Dockside and Surfside. They do not have poolside grills. They have poolside bars, but no food available. So these resorts seem to be that they're going to have bars, and Lowe's has said that they'll offer burgers, quesadillas, salads. So this is more like Cabana Bay. If you go to Cabana Bay, they've got a poolside grill where you can order those things, and then they will offer the pizza delivery to your room. Press 0 on the phone in your room. You can order pizza, boneless wings, and dessert foods from like 4 p.m. to midnight. Too, right? Maybe? I'm not 100% sure.
You know what I do like though? You know what I am wondering? I'm wondering if we're going to see any sort of like with Dockside and with Surfside, we have that hey, here's the homage to Wet n Wild. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if we're going to get some sort of homage here.
To what?
I don't know.
It was an empty field, wasn't it?
I don't know.
The land.
Maybe we'll get something to space though.
The land that.
Are they going to call it Apollo cocktail? Are they going to call it that kind of space? That's what I'm thinking.
Gotcha.
Maybe like an homage to Florida, like an homage
Kennedy
to
Space
the
Center
Kennedy Space
and things
Center.
like that.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Without obviously getting in trouble with Kennedy Space Center.
All right, Universal Creative, Lowe's Creative, the Apollo 13. We want royalties on that one.
Yeah, we'll take that one. Thank you.
So now I'm excited to move on.
This is my favorite one.
So I want to preface this with one of the things that made me really excited when I moved to Orlando was I wanted to go to work for this hotel. I've seen concept art of it from the beginning. Yeah, I kind of do. I think it would be really fun to work at this place because it's amazing. So Universal and Lowe's are doing something that has never been done. At least I know in the U.S. I'm sure it's may have been done somewhere else in the world. I don't know. But for Orlando especially, this is something that's never been done.
It's a first of its kind.
Helios Grand opening in 2025.
It does not have a month or a date set.
It does not. Just 2025 is all we know. I imagine it will probably open with the park.
I'm thinking maybe later than the park, though.
I don't think so. Because Helios Grand, when you walk into Epic, when you walk through the Kronos and you look to the back of Celestial Park,
you're gonna
you see Helios Grand. It is there. It's
this is
grand.
such a concept to me.
So
this is so crazy.
Helios Grand will be an in-park resort.
Yes, it will.
It's going to have about 500 rooms, and it's believed that this is named after Helios, the Greek god of the sun. And Universal has been known to describe this as a divine escape with dazzling views. So I think that I second this. I second that this is named after the Greek god of the sun, and if not, I am hereby officially dubbing it the Greek god.
Wow. Now, this in-park hotel is a combination of carefully planned programmatic?
Where? Programmatic?
Programmatic? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with that. Elements with a unique thematic story that...
Thematic.
I'm over you. I'm
You're
over you
tired.
and I'm over words.
This is how I know she's getting tired.
I am, guys. I'm so tired.
Do you want me to read this bullet point for you?
Can you do this?
Yeah.
Can you?
So this
so
in-park hotel
sorry.
is a combination of carefully planned programmatic elements with unique thematic story, because I put story in there twice.
Listen, you're tired too.
That accumulates in a lavish extension of story for guests to the park. So I think that when we see more information about this park come out, it's going to be designed in line with Celestial Park.
I think it's going to be beautiful. You know, with Envision as a present day, this alternates the universe design. This project was born out of the imaginary of fable, video game worlds, and film, as it was set as a backdrop to the park.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I cannot wrap my head around the fact that this hotel is literally inside the park. You know what this is? This is like Cinderella's castle.
Yeah.
But an actual hotel.
Have you actually seen the internet meme going around right now where people have replaced Cinderella's castle with Grand Helios at the end of Main Street, USA?
I have.
But they've blown it up to where you can't see anything else but Helios at the end.
Yep. But it really is. It's a similar concept. So if that's what you were thinking, like to try to compare those two, which obviously every single theme park nerd, theme park enthusiast, theme park employee or employer is going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to compare these two parks.
Mm-hmm. And I think one of the great things, if you've looked at the recent concept art, that I don't know if it was leaked or it was supposed to come out, but there's, just this one-of-a-kind hotel. We don't know what the rooms look like. We don't know what the suites look like. We only know that there's 500 of them.
Correct.
We've heard that there's going to be a spectacular outdoor pool, and it's rumored that the top floor of the resort is going to be an amenity floor, which will include a ballroom and a domed bar. So you'll be able to see the night sky and everything.
I cannot wait.
And
I'm ready.
I think one of the most exciting things about Epic, and this is pure speculation from me and Ashley.
But this is my
So
favorite.
if you look at the concept art for Epic Universe and Helios Grand, you will see fireworks everywhere. There's fireworks in Celestial Park. There's fireworks above Helios Grand. There's fireworks in Harry Potter. Now,
there's even fireworks in How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah. This has led a lot of people to believe that we might actually get fireworks with the South Campus and drone shows. So something that happens rarely at the North Campus. So this past year for Christmas, New Year's, we got fireworks on New Year's. You get a little bit of flare. Yeah, you get a little bit of flare action at the Harry Potter castle because it's not a loud explosion. But what a lot of people don't realize is right behind the exterior wall of Hagrid's Magical Creature Motorbike Adventure is Dr. Phillips High School.
Darn school.
Darn you, school. Now, because there is a school right there, and a lot of children in Orlando do a lot of walking to and from school, from my understanding, what I've been told is Universal cannot do nightly fireworks like Disney can because they are in such a residential area.
They're also in a school curfew area. So what that means is that most of these kids, I say most because obviously this is a parental thing. It's not an enforced thing, but most of them tend to go to bed at a decent time. So because of that, they can't have any loud noises, loud banging, anything like that. I hate it.
I know.
I love the fact that Dr. Phillips High School is right behind us, because most of the time all of those kids grow up to want to work for Universal. So I love that for that. I think that's great. And Universal works with them quite a bit. We do a lot of our grad bash comes out of them. So it's great. I think that's fantastic. However,
I want my
give
fireworks.
me some fireworks.
Yeah, so hopefully...
I love our water show, though. Like,
yeah.
I don't want to hate.
I'm
I really do love our water show.
Well, the water show that we haven't had since...
No, it was there for after COVID. We had it.
We haven't had it for, what, a year or two?
A year, yeah.
Because we didn't have it last year for Halloween Horror Nights.
No.
And we didn't have it the year before that, I don't think.
Yes, we had it for the year before that, because I was still here during that year.
So I'm excited to see what that is. But so that, guys, that is pretty much...
that wraps up
our speculation on the lands and what we think's happening there.
I mean, it doesn't wrap up our speculation, but it definitely wraps up what we've been told.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. I've heard rumors about some things that I'm not going to talk about just yet, but I'm excited to see. I think that Universal has successfully pulled off a stunt that I think for the first time in the Disney and Universal competition, or friendly fire, as I like to call it, because that's what it has been for many years. I think that they finally pulled a trick.
That door opens.
I think they finally pulled a trick out of their hat that is going to make Disney go, what do we do next?
I think Disney is sitting there right now at a table going, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. What do we do?
Disney doesn't say that. Don't say those words and that man's name in the same sentence.
Shoot, as he's holding a cigarette. Oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. Is that better for you?
Yes.
Good
golly, Miss Molly.
I honest to God believe they're quaking in their boots. Like, they are freaking out right now.
Mm-hmm. Well,
because
a lot of
this is epic. This is I'm doing it again, guys. This is huge.
It is, and I think that where Disney has been making improvements, they've been improving upon the areas that they already have. Correct. And I think Universal's been doing that too. But Universal is the first one out of the two to pull this out of their hat and say, we're going to create a whole new land. It's going to be state of the art. It's going to be something that you all have never seen. It's going to be something that no one has ever seen.
But I think Universal needed this. I really do. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the 2 parks that we have. The 3 parks, I'm sorry, because I sometimes forget VB is also there.
Volcano Bay.
We don't go to Volcano Bay near as much as we should, but it's...
Well, it is a little chilly right now.
It's been freezing. So, but...
Florida freezing.
It's been cold.
But yeah, I think it's going to be great.
No, I really do. I think that Disney is freaking out about this. I think that they don't...
It's your front door. Keep talking. You're fine.
Definitely scared the crap out of me.
It'll be all right.
I think that they don't have an idea of how to reattack this. You know, I think that Universal took a small break here on trying to upgrade some of the rides that they already had and went, let's focus on Epic. How do we focus on Epic? Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. And Disney's focusing on things that have already been focused on.
Yeah, they've been reinventing the spaces that they already have. Like, and you know, I haven't seen the Moana Journey of Water yet. I'm excited to go see that. I'm looking forward to it. But I've heard it's been very lackluster for a lot of people that I know. And I'm getting a head shake from someone right now that just walked in the door and they're like, it's okay.
I'm getting an okay. Yeah.
But I think that Universal is going to do a good job of taking a lot of the technologies that we've already seen, like I've said, you know, with these ride types, these rides that we're getting. But they're going to reinvent them in ways that we've never seen them used before, or we've never seen them used before here in the U.S. at least.
I'm, you know what it is? I'm also kind of excited to see that friendly competition go from friendly to, hi, we want to be first.
Yeah, and I think this is going to completely change the economic impact of this place,
huge.
Because people could take a week-long trip to Disney, and now Universal Creative is saying, hey, we are now making Universal Studios a 7-day-long destination.
Correct.
Because that's how long it's going to take you to get through our parks and to enjoy everything that we have. And I think that it's absolutely amazing.
They're stepping up their game. I think that they are putting themselves in the same running as Disney. If not, maybe one could say putting Disney to the side, having families choose Universal instead. Because I think for my family personally, I grew up a Disney kid. I didn't go to Universal until I was in my 20s. So I was always under the impression, my family was always under the impression that Universal was more for that teenage adult kind of vibe. It was not for the little kids. It was not for the families. This park is showing me it's for the families.
Yeah, I think there's going to be something for everyone.
Yeah. So I think that this is gonna give Disney a run for their money. I really do. I'm a firm believer in it.
Yeah. So, guys, as we continue on and over this next year through 2024 and into 2025, I think as more stuff comes out on Epic, Ashley and I will definitely jump back and see where our predictions were correct, where our predictions are wrong, and if there's anything new and exciting that's coming out. I'm excited to do that. But we want to thank you guys for taking the time out to listen with us, even though this wasn't the episode that we had originally planned on doing today. So we hope you guys join us back next week as we do officially delve into
the City Beautiful
Part 2.
We talk about our book. We give you a life update. We talk about all the...
Are you saying you want to play Dutch Blitz? Oh, okay.
We talk about all the things. We'll even talk about Dutch Blitz.
We'll talk about Dutch Blitz. We learned to play Dutch Blitz the other day. It'll
be great.
We'll do some fun stuff with that.
Do us a favor. Like, subscribe, rate, and share the podcast. I'm sorry, what?
Hold on.
Okay.
Do you want to see something really fun and cool? I learned how to talk like a voice actor.
All right, go
ahead.
Are
you ready? All right, hold on.
Give it to me.
Subscribe now.
No.
No, that wasn't actually me.
That was horrible.
I know. It was absolutely terrifying.
You know what it wasn't?
What?
Epic.
Yep.
And on that note, we would just want to thank you guys for listening and subscribing. Share your podcast with your friends. Share your podcast with your family. And most important, share it with your favorite bartender. Can't wait to talk to you guys next week.
We want to thank you for staying plugged in with Orlando Unplugged. And I had a couple of questions if you guys are interested. The audio music that we have today is from Epidemic Sound, which is, you can find them online, super easy, but they are our official supplier of all of our background audio moving forward. So we're really excited to have this partnership with them. Till next week, goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Subscribe, rate. Share, please share the podcast. And actually, I have one more favor to ask.
All right, go ahead.
If you guys are subscribed on Apple Podcasts, do us a favor. Jump over to Spotify. Subscribe there. Jump on over to our YouTube channel. Subscribe there. Please subscribe on all of the platforms. The more people that subscribe, the more people can see us. Don't forget to follow us on our social medias. Do all of those things. Please help us. Ashley and I really, really want this to grow and to become something much larger. And we definitely need your all's help for that. So it costs $0 to like, subscribe, and share, and tell your friends to listen. So please do that.
Listen, like we always say, share with your family, share with your friends, and most importantly, your favorite bartender. Cheers.
Bye.